honestly feels like at least once or twice a year I end up getting overwhelmed. I end up not vlogging or filming anything for like, don't know, 2, 3, 4 months, and then I have to sit down and be like, well, this is what happened this time. Buongiorno beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Has been a while. I haven't vlogged in, I want to say now, almost 6 months, so it has been a long break. And I kind of left you hanging when we started doing the renovation of this house. So yeah, has been a while. I want to do this short video, hopefully short, just because I think it's important to talk about the mental aspects of things like renovations, because I feel like whenever people buy a house and they renovate it, they do say that it's stressful and all these things, but there's more of a focus on the financial side. But I've never really come across the mental costs, the emotional and physical stress that renovating a house by yourself while you're living in it, you know, it entails. So yeah, I just wanted to rant for a little bit and sort of do a video that made sense to me, to then hopefully get back into the swing of things and get back into doing content on YouTube and just sharing once again my life with you all. But it didn't make sense to me to just start again after 6 months with absolutely no explanation of what happened. Yeah, this is today's video. As I said, I'll try to keep it short. I literally did sort of like a timeline because I tend to blab for hours and hours and hours. Even this introduction is slightly long. I hope you like it. I know you might not sit through it all, but if you do, I really appreciate it because it does support me and does give me a little bit of motivation to keep going and be on YouTube. So I really appreciate if you do. And yeah, let's get started. So as you might have seen, and if not, it's really easy, it's the previous video to this one. The last time, as I said, that I filmed was when we started our demolitions, right? It was literally the first week where we got the keys of this house. We were still living in our tiny apartment for another, I think, 15-20 days. So we had to demolish our bathroom and our kitchen and remodel it, fix it, and redo everything. We had to replace all the floors, paint, fix loads of stuff, loads of issues. I mean, literally there was like staples on the floor upstairs because they didn't have, you know, they were living on the subfloor. Anyhow, it was a lot. And I think the most overwhelming thing was that not only is our first time buying a house, it's our first time remodeling a house and doing anything major like ripping off a kitchen and a bathroom, but not only that, is that we were doing it basically by ourselves. I mean, except for the bathroom renovations, well, not the ripping off part, but the redoing part, that one we did hire someone to do it, well, multiple people, just because we didn't want to deal with any, I don't know, leaks or breaking pipes. We wanted to be safe and ensure that at least that room was okay and up to standards. So yeah, that's the only thing we hired someone. And then, for example, the kitchen, we just hire a group of 5 people to put the cabinets and install the stuff on the walls. But I personally built the whole kitchen myself. I assembled it, all the cabins and stuff before those people installed them. So yeah, I mean, except for those 2 things, the rest we did all ourselves. We didn't hire anyone. We were our own project managers. We bought everything online and we're trying to coordinate everything to come, as I said, in those 2 weeks time that we had to do everything before we would move in with our stuff and with our 2 cats. So yeah, it was a lot. It was stressful, and I think it was fun. And I do regret the fact that I wasn't, I think, strong enough mentally to deal with everything, deal with work and vlogging. So I do regret not filming as much as I wanted to do and not documenting as much as I wanted to. But as I said, it was our first time. I think it's very naive to think that you'll be able to do everything you have planned. I mean, when reality do set in and you do realize how much you're taking on every single day, how much you have to do, you just have to come to terms with it. And in my case, the thing that I had to sacrifice in order to get everything done was filming. So I mean, that was, at least at the beginning, the reason why I had to stop vlogging and I had to stop documented the whole thing, but I did get some footage. I think the next video will be a full-on house tour of what is basically a finished house except a couple of things. So yeah, I will put more footage in the next video, but yeah, as a little teaser, I'll put some snippets here and there. So it was overwhelming. We did to do everything else, but unfortunately what happened on top of that was that the people that we trusted to do just few things such as plumbing, electrics and appliances and stuff like that, those people weren't as trustworthy. You know, they didn't scam us or anything. It's just that they promised things that they weren't qualified to do, and then not only that, but they disappeared all of a sudden. So we were left, I think it was 12 days before we were meant to move in. Sorry, 7 days before we were meant to move in, we were left with no shower. So the bathroom, the only thing installed was the bathtub and the toilet, and the rest was like bare. No sink in the bathroom, no sink in the kitchen, no appliances, and not even the hob. Nothing, like we couldn't cook. So that was like a huge hit, and the problem was that we were trying to find someone else to do it instead, like almost no matter the cost, right? Like we needed to do it, we were moving in a week. But the problem was that right in that sort of months, everyone was renovating their houses, so everyone was booked in and no one could come over. So yeah, that was stressful, and it left us literally having to do the dishes outside in the garden with a hose. Then, because the bathtub, thank God, was installed, we were taking baths every day instead of showering, which it wasn't too bad, but the problem that things like doing the laundry, I had to do it hand washed in the bathtub, bend over, you know, washing jeans and bed sheets and stuff like that. And so again, that didn't help in terms of stress levels. You know, while painting the whole house, we installed the floors ourselves, we redid the interior doors, we redid the lighting, you know, loads of little things like that. So if on top of that you can't even cook, you have to live on microwavable meals, you can't really shower yourself quickly, you have to wait for filling the bath, and like everything was just so unnecessarily complicated and slow, and just I don't know if it was bad luck or it was just, you know, we were just trying to cram so much in just 2 weeks time. So yeah, that was a lot. So yeah, and then as well in terms of little things that would go wrong, for example, we had to replaster the whole kitchen because the walls were just too moldy and we had to sort of redo the whole thing. So that wasn't great. Then we had issue with the boiler, which we knew about, so we had to wait to replace it and then replace all the radiators. Little things like the furniture, we literally moved in, and even though we have furniture from the apartment, moving from a tiny one-bedroom apartment to a house, it means that you don't have enough furniture and stuff, and we try to order things, but for example, we ordered some dining chairs in June and they still haven't arrived, and I think they want them to arrive in either January or February, but they keep delaying, like every week they keep delaying by a day. So yeah, I mean, I know that it's, as I said, first world problems. No one obligated us to buy a house that was in these conditions. No one obligated us to only have, you know, 2 weeks time to move in and get everything ready. Like, I understand that we sort of created this stressful situation, like we created this intensity, but it's the cards that we were dealt, I guess. It's the way that we had to do it at the end, even if we wanted to avoid it. That's what we had to deal with. And as I said, like, you know, people not being truly reliable didn't help. And just personally, I still trying to understand myself, I'm still trying to know myself, and it turns out that when everything happens, I need to deal with things one by one. So for me, my number one priority obviously was my job. So throughout all of this, I couldn't afford to be sloppy at my work. I couldn't afford to. I have, I think, a way of approaching work and my responsibility that I need to be the best of the best. I need to be there. I need to be someone that people can rely on. And so I felt like if I was doing other things such as vlogging and editing and this and that, I would just then start to be a bad employee basically, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I had to prioritize work. Then of course I had to prioritize this house and everything to be done. So yeah, that was a lot for me. And so it brought me to a point where I wouldn't not only vlog and be on social media, but like I wouldn't reach out to my friends. I basically disappeared on the face of the earth for everyone. And then on top of that, I had some health problems that thank God turned out to be not as bad as we thought. We're keeping an eye on it for the next year, but yeah, you know, physically I wasn't my best. And then, I mean, the last thing that I just wanted to talk about is, you know, this is a fitness channel, well, kind of is, I guess, and I love going to the gym. I love being healthy and moving and lifting weights. It's literally still today what motivates me. But renovating the house, obviously we literally did not have time to go to the gym, and it's not even an excuse. As I mentioned, we didn't have a hob. For a month and a half we didn't even have an oven, so all the things that we could eat were microwavable. And so yeah, I put on weight. And I know, again, it's not a big deal, but when you feel so uncomfortable in your own skin and you feel so let down by yourself because you are literally seeing all your progress in the gym fade away every day, it's hard. Like, you could be the most positive and confident person, and I still think it would affect you. I still think that, you know, being, as I said, uncomfortable in your skin, feeling clothing getting tighter and tighter, feeling weaker, it does affect you. Yeah, it wasn't helping me mentally with everything else that was going on. It was just another thing that will make me feel bad about myself. And still now, you know, we're eating better, we're going to the gym way more often, but I'm still not where I was before the move. And again, there is nothing bad with that. Like, I would never ever say to someone that I see, like my friends or someone around, that she's fat or he's fat. Like, I would never even think about it. But when I think about myself, I mean, when I think about myself and I see myself, I am a horrible person. I just pick everything about myself. I hate everything about it. And as I said, when I feel like I can no longer squat this amount of weight, or I can no longer deadlift this amount of weight, I beat myself up, and I just, yeah, I'm not the nicest person to myself. So yeah, I don't know, all these things just overwhelm me. But yeah, this was what is going on in my head. This is basically the struggles I've had and the reasons why I wasn't in a super happy mind state to vlog or to be on social media or to do anything. As I said, I'm still struggling with me, my body, and the way I feel in this body. So I don't know, I think it's gonna take a while still, but at the same time I'm trying to move past it and see that I have gained so much more. We have a beautiful house. I think it's equally important to be grateful for what you have, and at the same time give space for your mental struggles and give them time to, you know, heal themselves. I don't think that just ignoring bad things just because you feel like you don't have the right to complain, I don't think that's very healthy. I don't think that's at least for me, the way to go. I need to rationalize with myself, work through it, understand what's important, understand why I'm feeling this way, be honest with what I can do to change it, to feel better, and just do it. So yeah, this is not me complaining and, you know, being a victim. It's more me opening up about what's happened in my life in the last 6 months and say, you know, if you're feeling the same, you're not alone. If you feel crappy, you have the right to. You have the right to feel crappy about it. You have the right to moan and complain and rant. And then once you've done that, is the time to do something about it. And just realize that there's so much more to life than a freaking size or a freaking number on the scale. There's so much more to life than, you know, yeah, maybe the sink is a little bit crooked, but who cares? So I'm gonna wrap it here. I think I pretty much said everything. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do next a tour of this house. As I said, it's not fully furnished. We still have bits and bobs that don't really fit in this house. Here we still have to build the chimney and the fireplace and stuff like that, so there is still a lot to do, but what it's the core of the house has done is good enough to show you guys the progress we've made and the changes we've made, and I am actually really proud of what we have achieved. And yeah, I am not gonna make any promises about the rate at which I will film and upload videos, because I know that will intrinsically stress me out and be counterproductive, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna try my best to be more consistent at it and vlog more and do more videos, but I have absolutely no idea what type of content I'll be comfortably doing. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much if you stayed this long watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, then please don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to this YouTube channel that hopefully will be back and running, and hopefully I will see you next time. Ciao!